Welcome to Thrive, the podcast that's all about helping you track, build, adapt, and thrive in your fitness journey. We're breaking down the strategies, habits, and tools you need to crush your goals and build your best body. Whether you're just starting out or looking to level up, this is your blueprint for success. So let's get to work and start to thrive. Here's your host, Thrive creator and gym owner, Thomas Burns.
Hey guys, this is Thomas Burns. I am your host with Thrive. I'm super excited to bring podcast number 5 with you guys today. Can't believe it's already podcast number 5. It's going by really fast. It's really fun. It's a great process. And go back and watch podcast number 4. It was really great on invest, letter I, and just really investing your time. And making sure you're putting your time and everything in the right spot to making sure you're making the progress and everything that you need to make. Today we are talking a little bit about the R and the E in Thrive. So we want to make sure that we are actually going in the right direction, seeing the right results, and really evolving. So when it comes to Thrive and results and evolve, you want the best. You know, everyone wants to see the results, right? So when you're talking about, results, and evolve, you're then talking about the right program, and putting yourself in the right situations. So that's when everybody will go on, now in the new day, ChatGPT is the newest thing. Everyone can go into ChatGPT and type in back and bicep workout, leg workout. Hey, give me a 5-day split of everything I need, right? But is that 100% customized specifically to you, right? No, it's not. It doesn't know who you are, doesn't know your body fat percent, doesn't know your muscle mass. It doesn't have all your metrics. It's not customized, right? It doesn't know if you have any injuries, so it's not able to actually put you in the right direction. That's where other programs are a lot, better and a lot more efficient to make sure you get results faster. And that's what it's all about, is everybody's like, how fast can I get results, right? Or how efficient can I get results, in the best amount of time. So that's where, working on time, Franklin and Columbia has the program called RAMP. So RAMP is a awesome program. We provide it here. It is basically a program called Resistance Applied Metabolic Prescription. We really believe in it when it comes to putting it in the right person's hands, and we also make sure that we are applying it to the members to make sure they are getting the results that they need. So somebody comes into the gym, right? Hey, I've never worked out before. Or, hey, I have tons of experience. Hey, I'm at a plateau. All of these people are amazing candidates for RAMP. So, it doesn't really matter who you are. This isn't just for beginners. This is for anyone, simply. So we just want to make sure that that is well known. So somebody comes in, gets a RAMP membership, signs up. What makes it 100% customized is we actually take you in and we sit you down and we say, okay, John Doe, here is your list of exercises that we're doing. We actually take you out onto the floor and we get your maxes of every single exercise, right? So let's say one of your exercises is incline dumbbell bench, right? So, and you do 60 pounds. So over a 8-week process of RAMP, it'll then take you past that 60 pounds to where then you then understand, okay, hey, I'm now pushing myself farther than I could have before, to where then you are seeing the results that you need to make, so then you aren't plateauing. But what makes RAMP really easy, really efficient, and takes the questions away, it also tells you how many sets, how many reps, and the weight to pick up. So people, may walk into the gym, hey, I'm doing bicep curls, whatever, and they may continue to pick up, the 20s all the time. So they may not be, progressively overloading that muscle all the time because your body has then adapted to the resistance that you're always applying to it. right? And we want to make sure that you're always seeing the results in the gym, and that's where ramp really applies to you and really pushes you to that next level. So let's talk about how you then get those exercises, right? Get those list of exercises. So we bring you in and we sit you down, on our T.H.R.I.V.E body scanner. So when I say body scanner, everybody throws up walls, right? Everybody gets really nervous about that word. So we bring you in and we sit you down with one of our personal trainers, health practitioners, and we have a conversation with you. Hey, what are your goals? What are you trying to do? Are you in health and wellness? Are you in sports? What's your kind of direction? So if you're osteoporosis, if you're trying to lose body fat, if you're trying to add, lean mass, we can then kind of understand to help get the right program for you. But also with the T.H.R.I.V.E scan that we provide, it tells your body fat percent, fat mass, bone mass, and it also does about 200 other measurements to where that we can then really understand, the circumference from your left side to your right side, but also talk about, maybe some injuries you have as well too. So let's say you tore, maybe a rotator cuff on your left arm, your left shoulder. We can then say, okay, hey, we may watch out for, some sort of dumbbell, shoulder press, something like that. So we can then move towards some other exercise to make sure we're not pushing that injury any further. So that is going to be really important to make sure you're actually sitting down with us. We're getting you the right exercises, getting you the right plan, and that's why we apply that technology and get it in the right position. So with a T.H.R.I.V.E body scanner, you actually get it every 4 weeks, with our health practitioners and our personal trainers. So once you get that done, we then take you out there on the floor, do your ramp program, get all your maxes, and you get the program right there on your phone. So you walk into the gym, there's no questions. Pull up your program, here's my exercises, here's my sets, reps, weights, boom, go. In and out of the gym, 45 minutes. You're not pulling up ChatGPT, what's my program online, none of this stuff. Super easy, simple, in and out the door. So it's basically plug and play. So let's kind of roll back. Let's go back to this T.H.R.I.V.E body scanner. Why is this something that needs to be done? Why is this something that people need to kind of apply? So everybody comes into the gym and, you're signing them up. Hey, can I do that later? Maybe not right now. This is something that, I'm not really interested in. I then tell them, hey, you told me when you came into the gym, this is your goal. This is why you need to do it. Your goal is maybe to, lose weight. This is going to show the weight that you're going to lose. So we then understand a foundation where you're at. And if you don't understand the foundation where you're at, we don't know if you're actually losing weight. And this is why we're going to sign you up. So then we can then sit there and look at your body fat percent, and actually see the progress, because it actually brings up a really cool 3D model to where we can see the changes in your 3D model. Because we can look at your 3D model and see the changes every single day. So then we then understand where you're going from one change to the next as you're making that progress throughout those different scans. And that is really important and really motivating towards that client as they're doing those scans, to make sure they're then making that progress and then going in the right direction. So then taking those tools, applying the T.H.R.I.V.E scan, applying the ramp program, and putting them together, you're then going to see the results. And here at Working in Time in Franklin, we really believe in this program so much. We actually stand behind it so much. It's a 100% money back guarantee. If you don't see the results with the ramp program after your first 8 weeks, here's your money back. We believe in that program. And, I got into this field because I want to help people. I want you guys to see results, and I want to make sure results happen. That's why I got into personal training. That's why, I now have a gym. That's why I do all this stuff. Is because I like to see people come into the gym. I like to see people have results. And that's honestly what I really care about. So when I see people come in and do the RAMP program and see the progress that they're making and, kind of see their face kind of light up, that's what's really cool. So like you saw Venus in here on episode 3, then you're like, oh, wow, that was really cool. That's what I want, and hopefully that was really inspiring to you to where then you really saw that amazing progress, to where then you're motivated. So let's see the results. Let's see you evolve. Let's see you change. So come to Work Anytime Franklin and Columbia. Let's get you signed up for the RAMP program, and let's start seeing you evolve and get the results that you need today. Have a good day, guys.
And that's a wrap for today's episode of Thrive. Remember, fitness isn't about perfection, it's about progress. Track your data, build your habits, and keep evolving. If you found value in today's episode, share it with a friend who's ready to thrive. And don't forget to subscribe so you never miss a step on this journey. Until next time, keep tracking, keep building, and just thrive.